Okay, let's talk about one of the biggest stories happening in the job market right now, but it's probably not the one you've been hearing. We're going to look past all those scary headlines and actually uncover this entirely new world of work that AI is quietly building as we speak. I mean, you've seen this everywhere, right? For the past couple of years, this has been the main story. It's on every news site, it's discussed in every boardroom, and honestly, it's designed to make us all feel a little nervous about what's coming next. And hey, for good reason, it sounds terrifying. But is it the whole story? So let's get into it, because what's really happening is way more interesting than the fear-mongering. The real story here isn't about jobs just disappearing. No, it's about a massive, and I mean massive, transformation, a fundamental shift in the kind of work we do and the skills that are actually becoming valuable. We've seen this movie before. Just think back to when the iPhone launched. It pretty much wiped out entire industries like digital cameras and MP3 players. But look at what happened next. Out of that disruption, a whole new ecosystem of millions of jobs was born. Things like app developer or social media manager literally didn't even exist as concepts before. Well, AI is doing the exact same thing, just on a much, much faster timeline. All right, so what do these new AI jobs actually look like? Let's get really specific here. We're going to break down 6 emerging roles that are popping up right now, and these are ones you definitely need to have on your radar. First up, the prompt engineer. I mean, think about it. Nearly every company on the planet is trying to figure out how to use tools like ChatGPT in their day-to-day work. Well, prompt engineers are the people who make that happen. They're the ones who've mastered the art of talking to AI, of crafting the perfect instructions to get consistent, high-quality results. And it's already evolving. They're becoming AI workflow designers, building out entire automated processes for businesses. And here's what's so interesting about this. It reveals a huge shift in the kind of skills that are in demand. This isn't about having a PhD in advanced mathematics. The people who are crushing it in these roles are creative thinkers. They're good at framing problems, and they have a solid grasp of business goals. We're moving away from just pure technical skill and more towards strategic, creative thinking. Okay, next up, AI data curators. See, behind every single powerful AI, there's a mountain of data. And that data has to be absolutely perfect. These are the folks who label it, who audit it for errors, and who clean it up so the AI doesn't start hallucinating and making things up. This is also spinning off brand new critical jobs like AI bias auditors and data ethics specialists. And I love this comparison to an oil refiner. It is perfect. It might not sound like the most glamorous job in the world of AI, but it is without a doubt one of the most essential. Just like the Industrial Revolution ran on refined oil, the AI revolution runs on clean, refined data. Without this work, the whole system just stops. Let's look at our third role, the Human AI Collaboration Manager. Companies are quickly figuring out that AI isn't here to replace an entire person, it's here to restructure their workflow. Take a lawyer, for example. The AI can spit out the first draft of a complex legal contract in seconds, but you still need a human manager to come in, verify it, check it for accuracy, make sure it's compliant, and fold it into the bigger picture. And this right here gets to the absolute heart of the new skill set. It's not about being a coder. It's about being a project manager. The most valuable people are going to be the ones who have that strategic vision to know, okay, this part is perfect for the machine, but this part needs irreplaceable human judgment. They're basically becoming the conductors of a brand new human-machine orchestra. And of course, whenever you have a technology this powerful, you know what's coming next, right? Rules, regulations. From Europe's AI Act to major initiatives in India and the US, governments all over the world are scrambling to create guardrails for AI. And boom, that creates a massive demand for AI compliance experts, these new hybrid professionals who get both the tech and the legal side of things. The fifth role is the AI product educator. And to understand this one, just think back to the 90s. Remember when every single company needed someone to teach the whole staff how to use Excel? Well, we are seeing that exact same thing play out right now, but at a much, much bigger scale. Companies are desperate to find internal trainers who can get their teams up to speed on all these new AI tools. And finally, the big question, what about creative jobs? Well, AI isn't getting rid of them, it's making them evolve. A graphic designer can now become an AI art director, guiding these powerful tools to create amazing visuals. A writer can become a narrative strategist, using AI to generate first drafts, but then providing the essential human touch, the voice, the tone, and the strategic direction.
Okay, so we've looked at 6 really specific examples. Now let's zoom out. Let's look at the big pattern that connects all of these new roles and, more importantly, what this all means for your career. So if you boil it all down, here's the fundamental economic shift in one simple chart. The demand for purely repetitive, single-skill tasks, that's shrinking. Why? Because that's what AI is great at. But at the exact same time, the demand for these integrator or hybrid roles, people who can combine different skills and manage AI systems, is absolutely exploding. So the takeaway here is really, really simple. The most secure, the most valuable, the best jobs are now living right at this intersection. They belong to people who can bridge that gap, people who understand the technology well enough to manage it, while also bringing those uniquely human skills to the table, like critical thinking, creativity, and strategic oversight. So the big question is, what can you do about all this right now? Well, here is a simple 3-step playbook to help you get out ahead of this massive curve. First, and this is non-negotiable, experiment. You have to get your hands dirty. Go use the tools. Play around with ChatGPT, with Claude, with Midjourney. You need to build your own intuition for how this stuff works. Second, learn. Start focusing your professional development on those hybrid skills. Things like project management, strategic thinking, ethics, the stuff machines can't do. And finally, build something. Create a project, even a small one. A simple workflow you automated for yourself is powerful proof that you have practical, valuable skills in this new world. You know, it's a lesson we've learned over and over again throughout history. The printing press didn't kill work, it shifted the work of scribes. The assembly line shifted the work of artisans. And today, AI is just shifting work again. The jobs it's creating, they aren't some far-off fantasy. They are here, right now. And companies are hiring for them as we speak. And all of that really just leaves us with one final question. And this one is a personal one for you to think about. This shift is happening, whether we're ready for it or not. So the only real question left is, will you be one of the people who adapts early, or will you be forced to play catch-up later?